Oh, this is awesome. All right, come to a comfortable seat. You can cross your legs or have them out in front of you, however you want. I'm just gonna sit down and take a couple breaths here. You probably already had coffee. Just relax. No. Close your eyes if you want. Take a breath or two. We're going to remember to breathe in and out, in through the nose and out through the nose. We'll start with a nice deep breath in for 3. Hold it. And out for 3. Again, deep breath in for 3. 2. Hold it. And out. 2, 1. Take a couple more breaths like that on your own. Just coming into it. Getting ready to move. One more. And out. Go ahead and open your eyes. Bring your arms out to the side. On an inhale, bring them up. Reach to the sky. Exhale, bring them back down to your side. Just opening up the shoulders. Again, once more. Inhale, bring your arms up. And back down to the side. Once again, now on this inhale, bring your arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right wrist. Right hand, pull up and over to the right. Just easy. And on the exhale, switch hands, grab the right wrist with the left hand. Reach up and over to your left. And back to center. Bring your hands through. Onto your lap. Now we're going to come into, on the mat, we're going to come into a tabletop position. So move everything off your mat. If you need to, you can put something under your knees like I am going to do. So I have a blanket. Basically, you're going to put your knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders, arms straight, index fingers pointing forward. Tuck your toes in the back. You can either tuck your toes or have them flat. And then starting from a flat back, you're going to drop your belly. Lift your tailbone, lift your head, breathe in, lift up. And on the exhale, bring it all in, curl it in. Look towards your belly button like a Halloween cat. Inhale. Bring it back up. On the exhale, bring it in. Just getting the back ready. Do this 3 more times. Inhale up. And exhale in. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. If you have any movement here, if you want to move your hips around, go ahead and do that. On the inhale, bring it up. And on the exhale, come back to neutral. Now what you're going to want to do is claw the mat. Bring your hips to your heels. Reach your arms out in front of you. And on the inhale, you're going to come up into down dog. Basically, your arms out front, fingers pointing forwards, shoulder blades wrapping to your back. Nice and easy. For your feet, they can heels towards the floor, but they don't have to touch. You want to move here, bend one leg and then the other. Just kind of walk out your dog as you stretch those hamstrings out. And then come to a moment of stillness here in your down dog. Take a nice breath in. And 1 breath out. Take 1 more breath in. And exhale. Now on your next breath, bring your feet to your hands at the front of the mat into half forward fold. Inhale to your knee, to your shins. Exhale, fold forward. Do that one more time. Take an inhale, flat back, hands to shins. And exhale, fold forward. Now we're going to inhale, bring it all the way up. Arms go above your head. And hands to prayer in the center. You can drop them down to your sides. Just stand here for a second, stacking your bones, relaxing. We're going to go through a series A of a little bit of vinyasa. You could take the, if you want to, you can take the vinyasa or just go back to down dog. Still with me? All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, bend from the waist down, touch the ground. Halfway lift up. Hands down. Step your right leg back. Step your left leg back to the plank pose. Now from here, you can either lower all the way down or halfway down to come into chaturanga, or all the way down to your belly. I'm gonna go all the way down. Here, put your toes on the mat, forehead to the mat. Lift up into a baby cobra on the inhale. On the exhale, bring your head down, push back up into a push-up, and back to down dog. It's a lot of stuff to go through, so we're gonna do that a few more times. Again, walk your hands to your front, walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift on the inhale. On the exhale, bow forward. Inhale, bring your arms back to the sky. Hands through the center. Hands to the side, take another free breath. We're gonna do that one more time. So again, starting here, inhale, bring your hands to the sky. Exhale, bring it all the way down, touch the ground. Bring your right leg back, your left foot back to the plank. Lower halfway or all the way down. And up, inhale into cobra or chaturanga, push up. Back down, exhale, up to a push up, to plank, and back to down dog. Take a free breath here, and out. On the next inhale, lift your heels to the sky, stay on your toes. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, let it all out with a big sigh. Now walk your hands to the back of the mat, to your feet. Take your feet wide as the mat. Bend your knees as much as you really want to. And then grab your elbows and just let yourself hang here in a forward fold. Take a few breaths. You can rock side to side. You can let your head dip. Shake it out yes, shake it out no. Take another big breath in. And one out. Now listen, on the next inhale, you're going to slowly roll the entire spine all the way up to standing, your head and shoulders coming last. Bring your feet together and arms to the side. Mountain pose. How's everyone doing? Feeling okay? All right, from here, you're going to bring your arms up. We're going to grab our left wrist with our right wrist, and then you're going to crescent over to your right-hand side, just to however you want to go, however far. Keep that right leg really standing straight, which will give you a little lift on the side. One more in. And on the exhale, bring it back to center. Switch wrists, grab your right wrist with your left hand, pull up, crescent over to your left. Left leg is strong and pushing through the ground. Get a nice side body stretch here. And bring it back to center. Arms down to the side. Just feel the sides for a second. Take a free breath in and one out. All right, do a little lunging. So we're gonna take our right foot forward in a big lunge. We're gonna take our left knee down. So if you have something to pad your knee on, this helps. So your right knee is over your right ankle. Your left foot is straight back behind you, toes aren't tucked. Everything to the ground. You wanna come up, tuck your tailbone under. Nice flat back to start with. You guys are looking good. Now you can put your hands on your thigh to give you a little bit of push out if you want, so you get a little bit of lift there. If not, you can take your arms up. As long as the shoulder blades remain down and to the side. If you want even more, you can clasp your hands and bend back and go deeper into the lunge. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, frame your foot, step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa or straight to down dog. Take a breath in down dog, one in, heels up, and exhale. Now we're gonna step the left leg through to the front, basically the lunge on the other side. Right knee down, right foot down, knee over ankle, come up, tailbone tucked under. You can start here with your hands on your hips to kind of adjust them down. You wanna make sure that left hip is going down, your right hip is going forward. Now either hands on leg or bring them up with an inhale. Stay here, clasp the hands, back bend if you have it. Take a deep breath in. And on your out breath, frame your foot, step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa or down dog. We're gonna meet up in down dog. And then we're gonna bring our knees to the mat, toes together. Put your knees wide, come back into a nice child's pose. Relax here for a moment. So take 5 deep breaths in child's pose. And when you're ready, come sitting up on your heels into your 5th breath. How's everyone feeling? Warming up?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna come back to down dog. So however you wanna get there, bring your hands forward, shape of down dog. We're gonna lift our right leg high to the sky, point it straight up. Just gonna start working with the stretch here. And then put it down. Now take your left leg to the sky. Point the toes. You can open up your hips if you want. You can roll your ankles, whatever you want to do here to make you feel good. And then exhale, bring your foot down, back into the pose. Okay, on the next inhale, bring your right foot up. And we're gonna bring it through, bring your right foot to your right thumb. Keep up on your back foot extended. So we're in the shape of, oh God, what's this crescent? Bring your arms back by your side. And then as you rise, sweep them up in the crescent pose. So again, just like our lunge that we did, except that we're on the back heel, the back toes this time. Heels pointing straight up, knee over ankle, arms up. Again, if you took it, you can do the back bend here if you want. If not, just stay in the pose, 1 deep breath in. And on your exhale, bring your left foot to meet your right foot. Inhale up and exhale down. Halfway lift. Step back to downward dog. Take a free breath here. And out. Now on the inhale, take your left foot to the sky. Bring it through to meet your left thumb. Stay high on your back, follow your foot. Arms sweep to the back of the side. On your inhale, come all the way up. Crescent pose on the other side. Again, your heel pointing straight up on the right foot. Your left knee over your left ankle. If you had it here, grab your hands, back bend, leg, or whatever feels good to you at this point. Big breath in. And the exhale, step forward. Mountain pose at the top of your mat. Feeling okay? All right, so from here, you're gonna take your right foot up, your right knee, up in front of you. You can grab it with your right hand if you want, just to kind of give yourself a little thing. Tailbone pointing down, nice flat back. Move it out to the side, your right knee. Grab your right ankle. Bring it in to your thigh. And if you can't, if this is too much for you, you can bring it down here to your calf, but don't put it on your knee. So we're coming into tree pose. So if you're having trouble with this one, start with your right foot down at your calf. If not, keep it up here at your.
Focus on one focal point.
Exactly. So find a focal point in front of you. If you have knotted wood, it's really good because you could just look at that single knot. You can bring your hands into prayer if you are. Your tree is nice and steady. If you want, you can grow your branches on the next inhale up to the top. Look up. The steadiness if you have it. If you need to, you can grab a wall, or if you can kickstand your foot down to the floor like so. It's still the same pose. It's just a little bit different. There's your steadiness. Now, can you close your eyes? Just a little bit. Ah, there you go. Now exhale, bring your foot to the floor. And now just feel the difference between the right leg and the left leg. Because we're gonna do the same thing again. All right, so bring your left knee up. Grab it with your left hand. Again, tailbone tucks down, back nice and flat. Standing tall. Open it out to the side. Grab your ankle. Again, either foot to thigh, foot to calf, or you can kickstand all the way down. I'm gonna do it at the calf for this time to show you. Arms to prayer. Then your next inhale, grow your branches up. Whatever expression of tree you have today, you could take cactus. If you're feeling like you want to be in the Baja Desert, you can go all the way out. You can lift up and exalt. Try closing your eyes. Scream COVID to the skies. And then your next exhale, bring it all down. Nicely done, everyone. So, okay, face the top of your mat. You're gonna take your right foot forward and your left foot about halfway back. We're gonna come into pyramid pose. So you're gonna want your, too far apart. You're gonna want them to be, there you go. You want your hips aligned to the front of the mat, tailbone down again. If you have a block, this is where you're gonna use it. So if you need to grab your block, do so. I'm gonna be using the bird seed here. So essentially you're gonna hinge from the hips forward and over and down over that front leg. And now this is a great place to grab a block if you can't touch the ground. I can't, so this is why I'm using it.
You just touch the ground?
Yeah, you should feel this in the back of your hamstrings and calves on each leg. If you're not, you can lengthen your stance a little bit. So now lift up a little bit on your inhale. On the exhale, bend over that front leg for a nice little stretch. Exactly. Bring your thumbs to your hips. So lift up halfway, bring your thumbs to your hips, and you can adjust your hips to point forward. And on the exhale, again, bend over that front leg. Pyramid pose. On the next inhale, come up to standing. Bring your foot to match to the other foot and basically reverse it on this side. So again, if you need to, grab your block. Start here, tailbone down, hips forward, and then bend from your hips, pivot forward and down to your extension. Use the block. Inhale halfway up and exhale over. I don't know about you, this lights up my my hamstrings.
Me too.
Feels really good. Again, take your hands to your hips. Pull the left hip back. Right hip will naturally go forward. Halfway lift on the exhale. Bend it forward. Now on inhale, bring the right foot to meet the left foot. Move your blocks to the side. Take a halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. On the next inhale, come all the way to the top. And bring your hands through center. Take a nice couple deep breaths here, just to relax. Oh, we're gonna do some fun ones now.
Oh boy.
So hips and thighs. All right. So what you're going to want to do is bring your feet together, toes touching, hips under. Can you see me all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So on the inhale, you're going to bring your hands up. And on the exhale, you're going to sit back into your favorite chair. Just a little bit. Just hitting here. You want to be able to look down and see your toes. So you don't want your knees going over your toes. You can actually lift your toes up if you want, so you're sitting more weight into the back of the heels. You're going to be here for about another 3 minutes, or maybe another 10 seconds. On the inhale, rise up and bring your arms down. All right, we're going to do this one more time, but we're going to add a twist into it. So again, bring your arms up, sit back into chair. Now take your left hand to your left hip, reach all the way up with your right hand, go forward and over, twisting in your chair. You can bring your hands to prayer, elbow to knee, and just sit here and breathe in and out. One more, inhale, stay for the exhale. On the next inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms down. Second side, hands up, inhale up, sit back into your chair, right hand to right hip, reach with your left hand up, forward and over, and come into twisting chair on the other side. One side may feel way easier than the other. Inhale and exhale as you're through this. Everyone loves chair. One more in, stay for the exhale, and then inhale, bring it all up. And let's rinse it out with a forward fold, halfway lift, hands plant, feet back, go through your vinyasa or straight to down dog. In your dog, paddle your feet out, relax, enjoy it. Now bring your feet up to your hands, halfway lift, exhale down. We'll come back to standing on the inhale and exhale down. Take a free breath here, get a sip of water, dab yourself if you need to. We're at home. You guys are still hanging in there? It's only been a half hour, so we still got another half hour to go.
Johnny just cracked a Topo Chico.
Oh, excellent. Excelente. All right, we're gonna do a little bit more standing series. Más Topo Chico. Yet. All right. What, honey? Oh, hi. Okay. Y'all ready? Come standing at the top of your mat. Feet together. We're gonna bring our arms all the way at the top. And now on the exhale, we're gonna take our right leg all the way back. Put your right foot at 45 degrees. We're coming into warrior one. So it doesn't have to be a super long stance. Back leg is rooted. Your heel is at 45 degrees on the back leg. The outside edge of your back foot is rooted to the mat. Your front leg now, knee over your ankle. And then as you can, twist your hips towards the front of the mat. They may not go all the way there. But if they start to bring your leg up from your foot up from the floor, don't go that far. Back off a little bit. So now on the inhale, bring your arms up. Basically warrior one. On the exhale, bring your arms behind you, grasp hands, pull your shoulder blades down, still in warrior one. You want your shoulders and shoulder blades pointing to the ground, your tailbone down. You're gonna take a big inhale, lift up. On your exhale, you're gonna fold in inside of the front knee. Arms go up if they can.
Yeah, make sure your left butt cheek is going around.
Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, bring yourself back to standing, release the hands. Bring the right foot back to the front, meeting your left foot, arms down. We'll set up for second side. Lift your left leg, scoot it all the way to the back. Again, 45 degrees with your back foot. Make sure your back edge of your foot is to the mat. Your front knee over your ankle. Hips turn towards the front of the mat. You can grab them if you want. Tailbone down. Relax here for a second just to get in the shape. Turn it on. Now with your inhale, bring your arms up. You can take a small back bend if you want here, if that's feeling good. And on the exhale, you're gonna bring your arms back again. Now when you grasp your hands, use the opposite thumb on top this time from your other one. Pull down. On the inhale, look up. On the exhale, bow forward and inside. Careful not to topple over. Keep that back foot suction to the mat. Breathe. Enjoy the upside down.
Literally upside down.
Next inhale, come back up. Release the grip. Bring your left leg to your right leg. And enjoy. All right, now into warrior two time. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna bring our right leg up, bring our all the way to the back. This time we're gonna turn it more towards parallel to the back of your mat. It's a wider stance. Again, you want the edge of your back foot to be sealed down, your front knee over your front ankle. Now you're gonna twist your hips facing the side of your mat. So instead of the front of the mat, you want them side. Tailbone down, exactly. Follow that way. Now, once you have this shape, you can raise your arms, bring your shoulder blades down on your back so they're not crowded up. Fingers pointing out, active. And when you're ready, you can look over your left fingertips, your middle finger, with a piercing gaze if you want. Just hold it here for inhale. Stay with it, exhale. Now you're just gonna flip the front palm and then you're gonna reverse the warrior. So reach forward and back. Your back hand goes to your back leg. Your front hand goes over your ear into a reverse warrior.
Yes.
There you go. One more breath in. And on the exhale, bring it to side angle pose. Your elbow's gonna come to your knee or to the floor. You're gonna stay in that same shape. You're gonna bring your arm up and over your ear. If the floor is too far away, definitely put it on your knee if you want. You don't want to collapse in. You almost don't want your hand at all to be used.
What do you mean?
So
To be straight, so do the knee.
exactly. So Elton, you can start with your hand on your thigh.
Feel that way.
Yeah, so Elton, you might want to come up a bit, hand on thigh, like this. There you go. Because now you're between two pieces of glass like that. Next inhale, you're going to bring it back up into warrior two. And then cartwheel your hands down, frame the front foot. Bring it back into plank pose. And if you want to take a vinyasa, go ahead. If not, come straight into down dog or child's pose. Just going to take a couple deep breaths here just to kind of reset. Next inhale, walk your feet up to your hands, halfway lift, fold forward. Inhale, bring it all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands through center. We do the left side now. Do it this way. So take your left foot back. Again, your foot is now parallel to the back of your mat. Your front foot, your knee over your ankle. Back edge of your left foot is down on your mat. Move your hips to where they're facing the side of the mat. Get set up first. You can bend more into your front knee if you want for a little extra. And yeah, you can always take a wider stance here if you're not feeling it. Everyone loves a wide stance. Bring your arms up, shoulders down. Reach out between your left hand and your right hand. Make sure they're reaching. Flip the front wrist. Reach forward and up, back hand to back leg. Reverse your warrior. On the inhale, hold it here for another breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, come into side angle pose. Again, you can bring your arm to your thigh, knee, block, or floor, depending on how you go. With your left hand, you're gonna reach it up and over your ear and stretch it towards the front of the mat. If you want, left hand. You can look down at your foot or up, whatever feels good for you. Sometimes on your neck, it can be nicer to look at your foot. On the next inhale, bring it back to warrior two. So rise up, arms up, windmill your hands down, foot back, knees down, feet together, relax into a child's pose. Take 5 breaths here. Move if you want to. You can bring your arms to the side if you want. You can bring your arms over to one side, then the other. You can go into prayer position and bring that behind your neck. Whatever feels good for you. We're gonna do a couple more standing poses and then we're gonna head back and down on the mat. So just a few more fun time things. When you're ready, come up to standing at the top of your mat. However you want to get there. Hop, skip, jump, slowly move, whatever feels good. So now standing here, we're going to take our right leg, we're going to lift it up, and we're going to go into an eagle pose. We're going to cross it over your left leg, toes pointing down. Your toes may go back behind your shins. If not, you can stay in a figure 4 or over. You're going to want your tailbone down, back flat, so you're standing up, but yet crossed. If you want to add more to this, you can bring your arms out to the side and either hug your right arm under your left arm and grab your shoulders. Or if you want more, you can bring them up and grasp hands into an eagle pose. And then if you want even more, you can nest your eagle by going back in your hips and going forward over your knee a little bit to your edge. Breathe. And out. Your next inhale, bring it all up. Release it all down, come back to standing. Bring your arms down. Feel good, walk it out a little bit. Second side, left leg up. Bring it in either a figure 4, over, or all the way into the twist. Left arm this time under right arm. Grab your shoulder blades if you want. If you can, bring them up. Bring the arms up to grab hands. Keep those elbows lifted. And now if you want, you can fold forward from your hips to nest your eagle. Breathing in. And breathing out. Come back up to standing on the inhale. And let it all go. Oh, all right. So we're gonna come to down dog real quick. If you have a block around, you're gonna need it for this next one. We're gonna go into a nice start. Elton's got the sweater off, there we go. All right, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. And step back to downward dog. We're gonna raise our right leg to the sky. And now we're gonna bring it through and you're gonna put your right shin towards the front of the mat. Horizontal to the mat. Your back leg points straight back. This is a great place for a block if you can, under your hip. That's up, so your right hip is up. Your left leg is straight behind the back. We're coming into pigeon pose. So you're gonna want to take that back heel, Elton, and back foot and point it. There you go. If you come up on your toes for a second and then stretch and then put it back down, that's exactly how you're, then put the top of the foot down. There you go. Now when you're ready, you can fold forward to your degree. And you're going to be in pigeon pose. If this hurts your knee at all, flex your front foot, or that knee, then lift it up a little bit more, or put a block underneath your hip or a blanket. There should be no pain in this except in your glute, the stretch of your glute, the right hip.
All right, then put it under that one.
No, that knee hurts, then you can put this under it. It's okay.
Oh, I was trying to get my face.
There you go. Does that feel better? Yeah. Okay. You don't have to put your foot as far out. 2 more breaths. Inhale. When you're ready, you can come up at any time on your forearms or on your hands. You don't have to stay forever. I love this pose though. This is like one of my favorites. We can stay longer. All right, we're gonna stay longer. If you can, come up to your hands at the front of the mat in pigeon. And then you could also lift your left foot up off the ground, reach back, and if you can, you can twist and grab it with your right arm. You'll feel this not only in your glutes, but also on your thigh or your thighs. Ah.
I'm so out of shape here.
All right, so on the next inhale, take a big one. Exhale. Come all the way up. Now we're going to come back into down dog and take that foot that was just stretching and move it over to the left side of your mat behind your left leg. Right foot behind left foot. Just kind of, it's a counter stretch to what you just did. It will help your, if not, you could also take something else that I can't think of because someone's talking over here.
I wonder who.
All right, come back into down dog. Now we're gonna take the left leg to the sky and bring it through. Same thing for me. I can't go as nearly as parallel with this leg, so it's fine to point it back towards my other thigh. Again, prop under if you need it. I always put a blanket underneath this hip. Point that right foot back straight, and then bend into your pose. And relax here. This is supposed to feel great. So if you're feeling any pain, let me know and we can adjust it. What's painful? Oh, then come up on your arms. You don't go as nearly as deep. There you go. You just have to find where it's at in your body. Here, you might need this under your butt. Here.
What part of your butt do you, oh, okay.
Right there.
Figure out what's, okay.
Is that better? And breathe and relax. I'm gonna drink some water, although it's not Topo Chico.
It's Chapo Chico.
Tapo Chico. Mia. If you want, you can come up now and you reach back and grab the left leg, the left foot, ankle, or leg. Give yourself, oh, right leg, sorry. It's opposite on the screen. There you go. If you feel a little stretch there. Everyone feeling good?
Yes.
All right. On your next exhale, you can let it all go. Inhale, sit back on your heels or on your butt and come to your back on your mat. We're done with the standing portions of this. So just lay back on your mat for a second. I'll see what we want to do here. Okay, so let's take a little bridge pose. So from your back, laying on your back, bring your feet to the floor, knees up, shoulder blades down on your back. You want to be able to touch your back of your heels with your fingers if you can. That's about the right length. On the exhale, you're gonna make sure that you suck the back of your back and lower back to the mat. On the inhale, you're gonna lift your hips and rise up just from your hips. We're gonna go deeper into this, but right now you just want your hips lifted and lips to the sky. Now, take your shoulder blades and kind of set them underneath you. You could do robot arms here, where you bring your arms up like a robot. That'll help bring your shoulder blades under. If you want more, you can grasp your hands underneath your belly and back and go even higher. Keep your chin pointing towards your chest. And then breathe, relax. You don't have to go super high. You just want to be able to feel the pose. One more inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, bring your arms above your head. And the exhale, roll from your entire spine all the way down as you bring your arms down. Each vertebrae to the last one. Down. Now bring your knees into each other and just kind of work them side to side. Gives you a little, we're not stirring the pot yet. Knees, yeah, knees go in together. Not knees into your chest. And then come back. If you want to do this another time and be supported, you could take a block underneath your back when we do this. And I can show you what that looks like. Oh, you got one? Thanks. So again, grab your block, your feet down, heels down. As you lift up, you just place the block right underneath your sacrum at your lower back. And then you just sit there on it. It's great. You don't have to do any work. You're in the pose. Yeah, you're underneath it. If it doesn't feel good, then go into the pool. Relax your glutes, relax your face, relax everything. And breathe. On the next inhale, bring your arms above your head and roll it down. Now you can bring your knees into your chest. You can cross your arms, grab your forearms, however you want to do it. Just kind of move, rock it out side to side. Give yourself a little back massage here. And when you're ready, you're going to keep the right knee in and move the left foot facing forward. Left foot down, heel facing forward, and pushing through the heel like you're standing on it. Just like you're standing on that leg. Grab your right knee, bring it into the armpit as much as you can, just getting a nice stretch. If you want a little movement, you can, just to kind of loosen that up on that edge. Now, when you're ready, we're going to cross the right leg over the left. You can move your hips over to the right. Keep your shoulder blades on the floor and tee out your arm. We'll just come to a nice supported twist here. So again, your left hand can help with grab your right knee and twist it over. What you're looking for is keeping the shoulder blades on the ground. And if you want more, you can look out over your right hand. If that's too much in the stretch, just bring your head back to neutral or to the other side. 2 more breaths. Breathe in and out. And out. Next inhale, bring it back. Bring your left foot in, your left knee in, your right foot goes out, just switching sides. Again, you may want to clasp your hands with opposite thumbs on top this time on the left knee. Roll it around. Kind of open up that hip. Take an inhale. Next exhale, we're going to move it over to the right. So your hips can shift over to the left. Your right leg goes under, your left knee goes on top. You can use your right arm to pull your left knee over. Left arm tees out. Again, shoulder blades on the ground. palms to the sky. If you want more, you can look over the left arm or not. Just relax here. Big breath in. And another breath out. One more in. And out. Now on the next inhale, bring everything back to center. Grab your knees, rock around a little bit. Loosen it up. You're gonna come into happy baby. So grab your ankles or the outsides of your feet. Heels to the sky, shine up. Knees towards your elbows, your armpits. Lower back towards the floor, your sacrum. If you want, you can have movement in your happy baby. You could rock side to side. You can straighten one leg, straighten the other. Basically, just get those hips open. You deserve it after everything. Take another breath or two here. And then we're gonna set up for one last pose before the last pose, reset pose. So if you have something to put underneath your sacrum, a block or a bolster or a blanket, lower back right above your tailbone area.
Oh, you're gonna use that?
Here,
I don't like no way.
use that. So take your block or sacrum or place it underneath your back. And all you're gonna do is lift your legs to the sky. And if the block is right, it's effortless. You just point your palms to the sky, feet up. You're gonna stay here for 30 to 40 seconds. Just let the active reversal of blood come back down into your body. Everyone looks so good. Couple more breaths here. Exhale. One more inhale. On the exhale, remove your blocks. Bring your feet to the floor. Bring your legs out straight in front of you. If you need anything for Shavasana, what I like is to roll up a towel or blanket underneath my knees, if you'd like, or you can put one on top of you if you're cold. But essentially, you want your feet to the edges of the mat, pointing outwards. You're gonna take this foot over here, like so. Arms out straight, down by the side, palms up. Take a big inhale in, and a big exhale out through your mouth. One more, inhale, big deep breath. Exhale it all out through your mouth. And return to normal breathing for Shavasana. Start to become aware of your breathing again. Start to wiggle your toes if you want, your fingers. Kind of waking up for the second time today. Feel your body against the mat. You're back in the room. You can roll your head one side or the other. Stretch your arms over your head or not. Basically just waking up again. On your next inhale, roll to either side, your right or your left, whichever you prefer. Relax there for a second. Then when you're ready, you can come up to a seated position. And just notice where you are. You can sit up on something or block. And we're gonna do that same few breaths we did at the beginning of class, just here at the end. So arms can be on your knees, palms can face up or down. They could be at prayer, however you want to do it. Just take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. One more deep breath in, just landing back. Thank yourself for taking the time. Bring your hands into prayer in the chest. Bow your head in and thank yourself for showing up, doing a practice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
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 Thank you, Andy. Yay.